Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo, this is $3 Theater, and today we're going to be talking about James Cameron doubling down on his comments about Wonder Woman. Now, if you remember from about a month or so ago, he basically kind of chided the film for not being groundbreaking at all when it comes to female representation, and this of course was met with absolute hatred from some people inside the movie blogging community, as well as those progressives that like to comment quite a bit, calling him sexist, out of touch, yada 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 yada. Even Patty Jenkins stepped out and said James Cameron's inability to understand what Wonder Woman is or stands for to women all over the world is unsurprising, as though he's a great filmmaker, he is not a woman. But of course, he wasn't necessarily targeting Diana Prince or Gal Gadot as being a female. He was simply saying that the representation of the character was one that wasn't considerably groundbreaking. And let's be fair, as good as the movie was, that's entirely true. It wasn't groundbreaking. It was a good movie. It was a well-made movie, fully deserving of all the accolades and money it earned. But it wasn't anything we hadn't seen before. And I liked how he followed that up by trying to clarify that basically Wonder Woman / Gal Gadot is not as badass as his ex-wife Linda Hamilton, because that's really what it boiled down to. And you know what? Here's the thing. He actually has a point. Now, when he wanted to clarify statements, this is what he said. He says, "I stand by that. I mean, she was Miss Israel. She was wearing a kind of bustier costume that was very form-fitting. She's absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. To me, that's not breaking ground. They had Raquel Welch doing that stuff in the 60s. But then he wanted to make sure that people knew he was, trying to compare Gal Gadot to Linda Hamilton by talking about Sarah Connor as a character in Terminator 2 by saying here, she wasn't there to be liked or ogled, but she was central and the audience loved her by the end of the film. So much as I applaud Patty directing the film and Hollywood letting a woman direct a major action franchise, I didn't think there was anything groundbreaking in Wonder Woman. I just think Hollywood doesn't get it about women in commercial franchises. Drama, they've got that cracked. But the second they start to make a big commercial action film, they think they have to appeal to 18-year-old males or 14-year-old males or whatever it is. And I think James Cameron has an absolute point when it comes to the idea of Diana Prince's character being, kind of marketed and sexualized for the 14, 18-year-old demographic. Now, don't get me wrong. The movie definitely appealed to females greater than men, very similar to how Harley Quinn and her fan base is what propelled Suicide Squad last summer to do very well. But the point Cameron's trying to make is that they didn't really take any chances with the character. It was kind of by the numbers. It was kind of cookie cutter. And that's to be expected from Warner's trying to play it easy in order to get an upper hand to have one movie that's both well received critically and commercially, which is the whole point. Now, people, like I said, were completely ragging on James Cameron, but James Cameron's not one to mince words. Avatar is still the highest grossing movie that's ever come out, and it's definitely one that is going to kind of make his opinion matter to some people more than others. I do get why people would push back against him. He's not mincing his words. He's not playing it light. He's telling you how he feels about it, and the dude's in his 60s and clearly doesn't care what you think. He's got all the money in the world that he needs to make his projects. I mean, Avatar is $1 billion budget for 4 movies. I'm pretty sure a lot of that is something he's putting up himself because it's quite a steal. But Cameron is a filmmaker first, right? He's a filmmaker and a storyteller first. And so when you talk about the idea of female-led action franchises, he wants more things like Sarah Connor. He wants more things like Ellen Ripley. He wants more movies with those kind of characters that kick ass, characters that do their own stunts, characters that have no problem just being hardcore while also being vulnerable. And while Gal Gadot was very doe-eyed and naive in Wonder Woman, which played for the story, maybe Patty Jenkins and Jeff Johns and Zack Snyder, if he's involved with the sequel, can look at the criticisms that James Cameron is making and can incorporate a couple of those into Wonder Woman 2 in order to basically give us the next, Sarah Connor type of actual badass action movie heroine. You know, honestly, I would say look at like Mila Jovovich. She does a great job in the Resident Evil movies and whatever else she's been in. She gives it all. She's tough. She's hardcore. She does the vulnerable side. So basically more like that, but just with Wonder Woman. And I think we could all be happy with the medium right there. All right, guys, this wraps up this video. Be sure to leave your comments below. Do you think James Cameron was right in his comments? Do you think that that Patty Jenkins was more correct in her comments? Do you think that James Cameron is just some old curmudgeon-y filmmaker who ain't ever going to change his ways? These are things I'm curious about. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. If you guys haven't already, please thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, check back often for more movie news and commentary from me. You might notice things look a little bit different, trying the shorter videos versus a long-form show. I've been getting many requests to go back to this format. Figured I would give it a run, see how it does. If not, we'll go back to the original. I'm just testing some things out, just so you know. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.